Best horror experience with maximum volume. Yes, because then all of the spooks will drown out me and you won't have to listen to my inane drivel as we continue. Right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to something called A Path in the Woods. Yes, no, if I set my Windows volume to 100%, my ear would literally begin bleeding because this thing can go really, really loud. Right. I didn't read what those controls said. F was for this, and Shift seems to make me trot on a little faster. Right, if I didn't tell you what the name of the game was, because my memory is about as long as a drawing pin, it's called A Path in the Woods. Why were you driving down here? This seems a little narrow to be taking your sedan down, but never mind. Let us see what we have behind door number 1. It's locked. Let's not see what we have behind door number 1. Because of my inability to remember to bring my goes with me. Oh well, never mind. Goodness, it seems I'm not the only one that's had a slight accident in this place. It seems like it is something of a common occurrence. We have a choice to make. Let's go left first and see what we find at the end of it. Walk over to an item to interact with it. I can see you. I mean, it's not difficult, you know. You need like an internet connection and the right search term, and you've found me. It ain't particularly difficult. But, never mind. I'll applaud you, give you brownie points for whatever small achievement you have managed to make with your life. Mr. Writer of this note. I like the, yeah, the sound effect. Thank you. Very fitting. I like the sound effects. They're nicely balanced, and they sort of work. As somebody that grew up near a lot of forest, it's quite. Is that blood? Is what blood? Oh, this! The thing I'm standing on. The thing that I'm not looking at because I'm feeling nostalgic about my childhood, and I had enough time in the day to go into a forest on the rare occasion. Let's not even discuss what happened there. Well, we shan't be able to, because we shan't be able to see what's going on. Not that discussion requires a heck of a lot of light. Okay, right. So presumably I can get to the other end of the path in the forest, path in the woods, and find some help. And a towel, hopefully, for all of my very wet hair. I mean, it says you wash up my hair, so, you know, makes life a little more efficient. What does this say? Toilets. Oh, okay. What could possibly go wrong in the toilets? Other than, you know, illness and death. Where is my teddy bear? I don't know, but I really hope that whatever that is, which frankly could be something that's meant to be in a toilet but isn't, part of the teddy bear, part of the person that owns the teddy bear, part of me that I've forgotten, that's just been torn off me. There are many potential answers to this question. Should I follow the blood trail, or should I run in the opposite direction to the blood trail? Didn't seem to help going in the opposite direction to the blood trail. I don't seem to be able to interact with any of these little bits of random mince meat. A shower of blood. I feel like that surely must have been done by other horror products in the past, and yet I cannot think of a single one that's actually done that. But that's rather inventive. I rather like it, because you start off by coming in here and hearing the sound of the shower, and you think it's a perfectly innocuous sound, but then once you see it, you realise how horrific it really is, which then makes you realise that what you've been listening to is actually a hell of a lot worse than you thought it was, which is a nice touch. What's the point of this corridor? This is a thorough waste of real estate. Wasting council money constructing these pointless corridors, my friend. Need to be more efficient about all of this. Right. Idiot. It is not easy to find one's way around. I imagine this must not be much fun when you're out for your jog in the park and you're trying to find somewhere to relieve yourself and you're absolutely desperate. You have to wander around this little labyrinth trying to figure out where the heck you can relieve oneself. This is literally just a labyrinth with corridors that don't go anywhere. This is highly bizarre. Okay, more blood down that way and no blood this way, so I'm going to go the not bloody way. And, oh well, so much for that plan. That quite literally went down the toilet. Right, let's hopefully not see anything else that went down there. Idiot. I really hope I'm not going to suddenly be chased by something and expected to work my way out of this maze as easily as I've worked myself into it. Oh, gosh. Well, we found the bear. Oh, good. I've got the bear. Was there like a... Ah, yes. There was a to-do list. Find a way out of the building, find the teddy bear, and find evidence that Jake's gone missing. Okay. I mean, surely the evidence that Jake has gone missing is just the fact that he ain't here. But, you know, maybe I'm being old-fashioned. I'm not Sherlock Holmes. What do I know? Okay, so I found the teddy bear. So is there, like, 3 other items somewhere in this map, scattered out around this location, that I need to collect as well? Or have I already found 3? Because it doesn't say like 1 out of 3 or 0 out of 3, it just says 3, so that might mean I've already picked up 3, like the 3 notes perhaps that I've seen so far. I'm not sure. Let me waltz around a little longer and see if I can find any other items or notes that I can interact with. Again with this. Like, seriously, this is just a looping corridor. What is the purpose of this? What function does this serve? That was a nice touch. I was going to say it really felt like it was in my ear, but then I'm using an earphone. What the heck did I expect? Sorry, I don't mean to be quite as cretinous as I am, but sometimes I seemingly just can't help myself. Oh. Juicy-licious. Lovely, lovely touch. Again, with what I was talking about before, by introducing something which is innocuous, like the rain, and then suddenly making it terrible. Oh dear. And it makes me... You know what, we'll come back to all this in a minute. This is slightly above my pay grade. Let's explore the rest of the garden first. Yeah. It's just a nice touch to do that. And, I feel slightly, you know, disturbed because I've literally got blood dripping on me at the moment, which is just sort of inherently uncomfortable and also inescapable. So that's fun. We'll come back to all of that in a wee minute. I suppose, if I can find no pages from the long-limbed dapper gentleman himself, I suppose I shall have to investigate the well of blood. The big old well of blood. It don't seem like I can interact with it or use it. Most of the interactable stuff just seems to occur as soon as you reach it, rather than having like interaction buttons and prompts and things. So again, we shall get to the den of mischief and murder in just a moment. As soon as I have circumnavigated the building, decided that there is nothing out here which merits me running the hell away. So I'm gonna go inside. Again, what are these things? Are they organs? Are they entrails? I don't know. What's this? Why did my light go out? Why did I replace the white bulb with a red one? Who did that? Find Jake's hat. When did I do that, precisely? When did I find a hat? Or was that not a light bulb I picked up? Was that actually a hat? Is that some of the evidence that he's gone missing? He's left his hat behind. He loved that hat. They went everywhere together. Sorry. The worst part of that is when that joke first came into my mind, it actually sounded funny. And then when it fell out of my face, I suddenly realised, no, Phil, that's dreadful. Oh dear. I've got to go back, ain't I? I've got to go back in there. I don't really want to do that. I don't think I've got much choice, though. I don't need to go there again. My word, you're my favourite horror game. The rest of them can just go away. I don't care anymore. This game has told me when I'm being an idiot, and it's helping me to stop being an idiot, and thus it is my favourite. Oh dear. Right, okay. Is there like another gap in the fence somewhere, or a gate or something I can go through? Because there must be something I'm meant to do. Somewhere I'm meant to go. I would have thought it was this well. It seems too obvious and too like big and important and consequential to be just left behind. But then I don't seem to be able to do anything here. Well, there's a piece of paper here. He took my hat! I'm trying to come up with something to say about that upside down T, and I'm not managing it, so I must sincerely apologise for my total failure. No, I thought maybe I could like put the bucket into the well and then like send it down and then draw it back up again and something would sort of come up with it. But no, it didn't really work. Going to be a real redhead by the end of this, and not for the ordinary reasons that one is such a thing. Is there a gate in this fence? This wooden fence, perhaps? I mean, to be honest, I could just like leap over this fence. Hell, you could leap over that one. But never mind. Ah, right. Here it is. I was entirely correct. I needed to look for a hole in the fence. I was also entirely blind because I walked past this hole in the fence about a dozen times and never saw it. Never mind. You can't have everything. What was that? It sounded like the groans of somebody passing, which is what I was expecting to hear in the bathrooms. But it never happened. I want to play. So am I. That's why I'm playing these games. Oh look, a nice bus. Perhaps it can rescue me. Oh, good. All of the blood red lights are stopped. The blood red rain hasn't stopped, but never mind. You can't have everything. What goes on here around the back? These are some very bright, brake lights. If they're making the whole bum end of the bus look blood red. Okay, at least my light is working more goodly now. I can't get into the bus, so I guess I must just trot on. Follow another blood trail. Camping in the woods. Camping in the woods with a football of all things. Find his soccer ball. Yay, I was just thinking that looks a little bit too unique to be discardable. I'd better investigate that. Get out of the camping site. Okie dokie. I can certainly try. Campsites are usually a location of murder. If history's taught me anything, go back to the car. Okay. I like that this game is giving me nice, clear instructions. Because as I've previously stated, and previously demonstrated, I'm quite inept. Goodness. Maybe I don't want the car. Maybe this small shed will do nicely. Yes, I think it shall indeed. Oh, goodness. Maybe it won't do nicely. Evening, mate. You look a bit like me. If I was a bit more ragged and a little less well colour coordinated. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh well, I suppose there's nothing left to do except trot on. Top the crest of the hill and hope that eventually the weather forecast changes. Oh dear, though somehow I doubt it. Okay. I'm going to guess then that if I'm meant to go back to the car that I didn't crash the car. Oh, there's a temperature this at the door. Cool. It's locked. Oh, for goodness sake. The key was back in that shed of death, wasn't it? I know it was. That presumably means that the tree fell in front of the car's pathway and just blocked me from continuing, rather than it falling and crashing into the car, damaging it, if it's in a decent enough state to provide escape. Okay, I'm going to guess the key is in here somewhere, maybe underneath you if you've dropped it. No. No, I don't see it. You don't have it on you, do you, in one of your pockets? Nope, seemingly not. It's not on the window ledge, and I can't see it on the floor. Okay, this is a little bit of a pickle. I really was expecting it to be there. Mind you, there's blood going around the back. Aha. Very good. Excellent, marvellous. Open the door. Indeed, I shall do that immediately. I like this game because it gives me a lot of prompts, a lot of little clues and little bits of help in order to help me go in the right direction, which stops me from hanging around wasting time looking for things like keys or spots of progression, which helps keep the pacing of the game much better and much closer to what the developer intended, which is absolutely excellent. Highly recommended game design tip right there. You survived! This whole endeavour was a waste of time. Hello, small person. Oh, goodness, I'm now ever so slightly dead. Oh, was that not supposed to happen? Was I not supposed to do that? Was I supposed to run away? I don't know. This is a cool logo, by the way. I really like this. Like this sort of ruby-eyed plague doctor and explosion of hellish blood is a heck of a thing. Ah, that was quite fun. That was rather enjoyable. Relatively simple. Didn't really do anything new per se in terms of horror. But what did it do? Well, actually, mind you, the Blood Red Rain was quite a unique and unusual touch. So I'll give it that at the very least. But that was good. And a really nice example that you don't need much story to have a kind of a narrative and a purpose to the character and some sort of goal that you're leading to. And what was nice is they made use of that, particularly at the end, because you thought Jake was probably a good person that you were trying to rescue, but then it turned out he was the evilson behind it the whole time, and now my innards have been horribly stabbed. Oh well, never mind, such is life. Right, good evening ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Camp Clover, which I haven't even started yet, and I already feel slightly nervous because apparently we play as a 13-year-old who has to wander around camp avoiding counsellors and collecting incriminating evidence. So this should be fun on a Christmas bun. Okay. July 19th, 2003. I was a mere 2 years old. A very small baby. Right.
They took everyone. I think I'm the only one left. I can't let them catch me.
Oh.
I should start by looking for some evidence.
Oh, okay. So, so this is like a right. Avoid getting caught, press F for flashlight, and E to interact. Okay, thank you. I hopefully I can figure that out. That seems relatively straightforward. This is interesting. So instead of the normal camp murderers, where we get chased around by Jason Voorhees, instead we're going to get chased around by these miners, presumably, judging by the fact they've got lights on their heads. Odd. I'll tell you what this reminds me of. This is going to be a really fascinating analogy because unless you've played the games as well, you won't recognise these because they never went up. But I've played a couple of games over the past 2 years which have been like large expansive worlds, normally like mountains and stuff, in which they have enemies like this, sort of colourless, almost shapeless enemies with strange lights on their faces, acting as sort of searchlights, wandering around trying to catch you. Most of those games were sort of visually interesting, but didn't really have enough sort of going on in them in order to actually merit them being a video. So
I remember the camp counselors talking about a registry letter in the office. I've got to try and find it.
Are you coming for me? You are, aren't you? Oh dear! Oh dear! You have spotted me! I need to get away from you! Oh dear! It's a funny noise for a counsellor to make. I don't remember Deanna Troy making that noise. Maybe she only did that for Riker. Who knows? Right. Giddy on. Let's try that again. And this time let's be a little bit more sneaky. You couldn't have been much less sneaky. I just kind of walked straight in front of the man. Right. Can I jump at all? I don't seem to be able to do that.
I remember seeing the cabin counselor confiscated earlier.
Okay,
I
I've
think
got to be careful.
Help show that I'm not lying.
Sure. You've got to be careful not
Sorry,
to.
Jenny. I promise you won't get help.
Well, this is nice. There's no dead bodies in here. There's no bathroom. Only doors. It's just a floating clock. Strange camp. Why do you people come here? I do not understand it. I better turn the light off or travel to the next location. Yeah, summer camp is a bit of a weird concept to myself, and I think to most other British people, because we don't really have summer camps in this country. Certainly not to the extent or to the sort of normality that they are in the United States. You know, if you don't like your children In this country, you send them to boarding school on a permanent basis. You don't send them to camp just for a few weeks in the summer. So, you know, we do things on a slightly more permanent basis when we get tired of our wee bounds. So you'll pardon me if I don't have a ball these what's meant to go on in these places.
There's got to be something good in here.
Well, that was a bit vague. There's a key. What the hell? What the hell? It's like footage of a zombie apocalypse.
Key? Looks pretty new.
This looks like a rather exciting game. When I play this game, this looks rather exciting. Not to imply this one isn't, of course. This one is certainly very mysterious and unusual. But, let's turn it off again. So does this key open something? Perhaps something to do with that registry they were talking about. I feel like if there's like an office building, sort of administration centre, then that might well be locked. So I might need that. I'm just going to sort of skirt left a little bit so I just keep a good distance from you. I don't know what their sort of range is. Just I haven't heard them sing yet, so can't quite figure out exactly what they're capable of. But yeah, I also don't know if turning the light off helps me stay sneaky. But this is where I was before, isn't it? No, it wasn't, because there's no little chest of drawers there, or bedside table even, nightstand, whatever the hell you want to call it. I don't know. Where the hell have I been then? Why are they hunting for me? Why are they hunting me down? What terrible things did we do? I'm trying. I am doing my best. I know it doesn't seem like I am because I'm doing terribly, but I am doing my best. I'm just this rubbish at life. Are you walking towards me or away from me? I think you're walking away. Yes, you are. Okay, that's good. Now, where's that thing that we're talking about? Or does it randomise the locations? Because you didn't talk this time. You didn't mention anything when I entered here. Does that mean there's nothing here? There's a desk here. Aha!
Got it.
A piece of paper.
This will provide a missing persons list for the police.
Okay, you think the missing persons would just be... Oh, goodness! I think like a picture of this is all the proof you need.
This isn't the summer camp our parents thought it was.
I hope not. You took the words right out of my mouth, madam. Kitty, yeah, I sincerely hope this isn't what your parents wanted for you. Because they're even more cruel than I thought. Right, okay, Kitty. Oh gosh. Not entirely sure how I survived that, but I ain't complaining. You leave me alone? Probably not. I'm gonna have to run quite far to get away from you, aren't I? Okay then, what else am I looking for? I've got some sort of... I've got a registering document of all the people that should be here. I've got a key, which I feel like maybe I've used on that drawer, because it looked like it had a lock on it. And I've got a notebook, which presumably contains an account of what happened. I feel like I probably shouldn't come over here.
You might see me leave if I don't turn off that light. I should do that first.
Turn off the light? What? How? Okay, so I can leave by getting in the boat, can I? Right, okay. Kitty aunt. I didn't realise I was such a nautical genius. But alright. I need to,
That's strange. What's this wire from?
What? Wire? What are you talking about? I don't see a wire. It's Kitty aunt. You've seen me, haven't you? You've seen me. There's no reason to beat around the bush, mate. There's also no reason to beat me around the head just for the fact that I, just because I happen to come here, but... Okay, good. I think I've lost him. Now, what's this? It's a battered old shack.
This shed gives me the creeps. Let's find something and get out. A shovel.
A spade.
Maybe I can use this for something.
Yeah, like bludgeoning the councillors to death. That seems like a spiffing idea, but I somehow doubt you're not going to be... I somehow doubt you're going to be particularly enthused by that idea. Right, I mean, she's 13, you know. I can't exactly expect her to be a fully fledged serial killer by that age now, can I? There's a van over there. I'm going to guess that's where they've piled out of. The whole lot of them. Okay, what buildings have I missed? There must be more around here somewhere. I feel like I'm skirting around the edge a lot. Just because I'm trying to... Just because I'm trying to do this. Right, my apologies. Slight intermission whilst somebody decided to bang on a pipe in the next room. So slight intermission has now been sorted out, hopefully. Now those two people aren't moving. They're just standing there, so I can't escape from that direction. I have to find this last piece of evidence. And then I somehow need to shut down that light by the boat in order to escape. So this is where I got the notebook. I don't need to return here. What am I supposed to use the shovel for? Unless I'm supposed to use the shovel in the dirt to, like, sever the cable? That seems like a rather unsafe method of shutting down a light. I might try a trip switch, but you know, that's what I get for being old-fashioned and set in my ways. Have I been in here before? Yes, I have, because this is where the red computer is. Or the red TV screen or whatever. This is where we got the key, which I feel like I've used. Not 100% convinced. I've still got it in my inventory, but I do feel like it's been used. So what else do I need? Where else do I need to go? I was skirting around the outskirts of the map because I was trying to avoid them. And generally staying on the outside works better than going down the middle. But... is there someone following me? Sorry. It's difficult in these games to tell whose footsteps are whose sometimes. Is there anything in here? No, this was just that spare room that didn't have anything in it. Yeah, there's nothing here. I can't got these ladders, can I? Nope. No such adventures to be had in this summer camp. This is clearly one of great restraint. You're not allowed to engage in any sinful indulgences such as having any fun. So where's the last piece of evidence then? I have no idea. And now we've got technical difficulties, my giddy aunt. This has not been the recording session that I expected it to be. Giddy aunt. Is there a little building there? It's probably just like a little outhouse or something. Let me fix these technical difficulties and then we can have a look at it. There we go. Okay, there were quite a few of them over there, but they seem to have gone away now. Don't just turn around and come back. Just carry on walking off in that direction. For goodness sake! Geez, stop looking at the back of your head, you freak.
I should stay out of the light.
I'm going to, don't worry, I'm going to. I just need to get close enough to this. I just need to... oh, for goodness sake, they've spotted me. Oh, for goodness sake, these people are in black body socks. Leave me the hell alone. Is there anything here? Is there... I saw something I really didn't want to see, and then I died. Oh, for goodness sake, well, at least it's just kept my evidence, for which I'm very grateful about. Where the hell am I going? Where is this last piece of evidence? This is absurd. I've looked everywhere. I've been in every building and there's nothing here. What am I missing? There's a big sign here I didn't see. What the hell does this say?
Ew. Creepy
Oh,
sign.
okay. It's just like an advertisement for the camp, even though we're already inside the camp. You'd think the advert would be outside the camp, but that's what I get for not having a marketing degree. Right, okay. I need to try and use this spade to see if I can shut down the light. Because this isn't even where it's supposed to be, because this is nowhere near the boat. Oh, for goodness sake, this is why I don't have a geography degree. Man alive. Okay, that looks like the sea. Maybe. Yeah, I think it's that shed over there. Maybe if I can find that wire again, I can use the spade to cut it. And maybe I can use the key to get in the shed, perhaps. Maybe that's where the last piece of evidence is, and then I can jump in the boat and get away. Perhaps that is what I need to do. Just need to be cautious of you. I should probably turn my light off then, shouldn't I? Just thinking about it. Just trying to use the 2 crumbs of grey matter I've actually got possession of. Where's this cable? Is this it? Can I use the Oh no, maybe I can't use the shovel.
Could break the wire. Perfect. Lights out.
Hey, hooray! Hide my sky. Oh yeah, hide you.
Damn. It's locked.
Well, good thing I have the key. Good thing I have the key. Goodness, I've got the blasted key which would let me into this, whatever this is, small cupboard. Guessing I need that to get the oars or something.
I need a paddle.
Yeah, the paddle. I'm guessing a paddle surely can't be the last piece of evidence. But I've got a key, for crying out loud. Man alive, I guess the key was to open a drawer then, which begs the question why the key didn't leave my inventory when it did that. But alright, I'll wander around, I'll see if I can find us another key.
A camera. I can use this to take a picture of the license plate.
Right, the rest of us would just, like, you know, scribble it down on a little piece of paper or maybe make a note on our phone. But, you know, okay, fine. We'll steal someone's camera and then take a picture of the license plate. Okay, right. I guess that's the license plate of the van? How the hell am I meant to get close enough to the van in order to do that? I have no idea. I can't even find the van anymore. Where the hell has it gone? I thought the van was over there. No, seemingly not. Okay, well I'll just follow this path, this road. Eventually I've got to find it. And then presumably that's the last piece of evidence. I still haven't found this additional key I'm supposed to be looking for. Unless you can only use the key once you have found all 3 pieces of evidence. Which is possible. But I feel like there's been prompts for everything thus far. And like repeated prompts, like if I've gone close to the light and I'm not supposed to be, it says don't go near the light. So I feel like they are trying to be quite clear, and I feel like if I didn't need another key and I just needed to collect the rest of the evidence, it would say, like, no, I should wait until I've got all the evidence first. You know, it would say that. It wouldn't hide like this. Just run forward. Get the...
Perfect.
Really?
I hope this helps the police track them down. This should be enough evidence for them to believe me. Let's get out of here without getting caught.
Where the hell am I going? This way, I think. Yes. Right. Given that the license plate is literally the same as the name of the place, which you think you could get off just Google or something, you would imagine that could be remembered. But alright. This game is quite wonderful in its own way, even if it is a little bizarre at times. Okay, please say the key will now work. I do not want to go wandering around for another key. No, it doesn't work. Oh gosh. Oh, work. Just open, damn you. Oh, for goodness sake. So I need the paddle, which presumably is in the cupboard. And I can't do it because I haven't got a key. Even though I do have a key, but apparently it's not good enough. Great. So now I've got to wander around and try and find this other key it wants me to have. Whoop-de frickin' doodle. Of course. The key was in the bin. Right. Okay.
I remember
of course it
counselor
was.
talking about a registry letter in the office. I've got to try and find it.
Where is it? Here it is.
Got it.
Okay.
This will provide a missing persons list for the police.
Right, okay. I've got another key. Okay, I just restarted the game because I had a funny feeling it bugged out on me. But I don't think that in reality it had. Okay, so I've got a second key now. hopefully it will work. The only thing I am missing is the license plate, and I think the van is over there. Oh, and the spade as well. I need to get the spade so I can kill the power for the light. So give me a moment, I'll get the spade, kill the light, get the plate, and then we can try and get this paddle, and then we can have a very fun evening indeed. Oh, wait, sorry, I mean escape. Sorry, wrong paddle. Right, okay. Please let me in now. Yay! Or has the paddle?
I can use this to row the boat and get out of here.
You know, we can just like climb over the fence and walk. But okay, if you wish to have a maritime themed escapade, then that's alright. Weeks of endless searching after a small camp boat washed ashore, local authorities said they cannot confirm whether or not it had been used by one of the town's missing children to get home. The mayor has publicly stated that the online rumour of a Camp Clover is nothing more than a fringe conspiracy. Parents of the 13 missing children are being held for questioning until the situation develops further. All 13 children are presumed missing or dead. Hooray! The choice. Why are the parents being held for questioning? Right? They sent them off to camp and then they all died. That clearly isn't the parents' fault. I mean, it's kind of the parents' fault for sending them there in the first place, but that's very bizarre. I mean, it's a significant improvement on the other games that I mentioned, where you have an environment with these enemies that you have to skirt around while doing things, because in those previous games that I'd tried to play, they were never really substantive enough because there wasn't much going on. You just sort of wandered around and avoided the enemies while just looking for switches or things to flip that would just open a door and then you could leave. It never really gave much of a like a context or a narrative, which this does a lot better in building up this bizarre little story where you have to wander around and collect the evidence before you leave, which actually gives you a reason for staying. And I wouldn't have minded seeing a little bit more, maybe I shouldn't say this, but I wouldn't have minded seeing a little bit more of the horrors that were inflicted upon the children by the counsellors in order to give us a bit of a motivation for feeling scared of the enemies, rather than just they are a bad guy in the video game, so don't get caught by them, which I suppose is fine in and of itself. But yes, if this was to be expanded upon, I feel like a little bit of horror at the beginning would have been very nice. But yes, it was well structured, the music was quite nice, the environment was just dark enough but not being too dark enough to be actually feel that you were hiding in the shadows while not being so dark it was problematic. But yeah, I'm not entirely sure what's up with that key being in the dumpster. I suppose it makes sense actually, because the counsellors would know that they could escape by boat, so they would lock the shed with the equipment in it and then throw away the key in order to make it harder to access. So one supposes that makes sense. I mean, where I come from, I would have just, like, you know, untied the rope that was holding the boat and then push it out to sea and just let the river take it away, or, you know, chop it up for firewood or wear it as a hat. But, you know, that's just the kind of crazy camp counsellor that I'm not. So, right. That was a thing. That was rather enjoyable. I hope you enjoyed that as well. Yes, that was quite fun. Nicely put together. I feel like it has a bit of potential to be expanded upon if the developer wishes to go that way. But yes, that was Camp Clover. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for joining me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. Look after each other and good night.